Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I thought I'd talk about how can you prepare for college as someone with a disability. For people that don't have a disability, planning for college starts from high school. They're planning where they're gonna stay, if they're gonna, leave out of, go to out of state university or go to their local community college or where they're gonna if they're gonna stay in a dorm room and all that. But for someone who has a disability, there's a lot that goes into preparing for college. As someone who attended their local community college and their local four-year university, and who graduated, I can say like there's a lot of things that go into preparing for that next chapter of life if you're gonna pursue going to college and stuff. So this article the article is called Preparing for College Life with a Disability. It was made Tuesday, July 30, 2024. And this is how it starts. It says, since she was very young, 19-year-old Natalia Sika wanted to go to college. That entered deeper in high school when she became passionate about pursuing a career that involved helping others like her with a neuromuscular disease. She has a type of muscular dystrophy. However, as the time to choose a school approached, Natalia worried about whether she was prepared for college with its sprawling campus life and academic pressure. Yes, like doesn't matter if you have a disability or not. College, the academic pressure is real. It's real. Doesn't matter if you have a disability or not. It's real. She says, I have a very tight muscles and that affects my ability to walk. She says, paying attention to her physical health help her prepare for her long awaited role as a college student. Staying consistent with weekly visits to physical therapy, helping maintain my mobility. She says, I also began incorporating 2 hour daily workout into my schedule, preparing for school with as much strength as possible. And it says 5 tips to be ready for college with neuromuscular disease. It says the prospect of heading off to college can feel stressful for any high school student, but there are additional factors for those with neuromuscular disease and disabilities, like I mentioned before, the start of the video. It goes. We have to deal with more stuff. It's already stressful, like it says, but it's like there's an additional factor that come into play with someone who has a neuromuscular disease like muscular dystrophy or any disability in general. And then it said those variables range from connecting with the disability service office at a college or university to navigate the emotion shift that come with a new phase in life. Fortunately, your healthcare team can play a significant role in helping to ease concern for students and their family while fostering a sense of independence. It says, depending on their neuromuscular disease, your child care team probably consists of a primary care provider, neurologists, and other specialists. In addition to providing treatment, these medical providers can help them take charge of their health care by understanding treatment options, daily symptom management. Here are some ways young adults and their family can prepare for what's next from a health provider. It says tap into the skills of your social worker. The emotional and mental health effects of such a large change can have a ripple effect across an entire family, says Maria Rizzo, a social worker at Children National in Washington, D.C. She works with many patients living with neuromuscular disease, as well as their families and caregivers. She helps several teens and young adults prepare for college, even though dependence is something most young people want desperately, including those with neuromuscular disease. I mean, like at a certain age, when you get older, you want your own independence. But when people have a neuromuscular disease, it can be a little harder, to achieve. Like it says, it can be hard to manage once they get it. She says that's true for family members as well. Talking through all your feelings can be incredibly helpful during the transition. Social workers are trained in active listening, self-care, culture companion, organization, communication, empathy. Those skills go a long way toward helping clients with neuromuscular disease and their find out their way through major transitions such as preparing for college, connect with a social worker through your local MDA case, or ask for a referral from your primary care provider. And it's encouraging more autonomy. Many families and kids with neuromuscular disease build independence over a period of years, starting with age-appropriate tasks that help create a sense of autonomy. As college time comes close, it's a good opportunity for parents and family members to step away even more. That include allowing teens to take charge of their health by speaking up in medical appointments, having a voice in treatment options, learning daily living skill, getting prepared the year before college by learning to cook on your own, and focusing on working out regularly was very important for me, Natalia said. If you're able to do it, someone with muscular dystrophy, those things are impossible to do, but depends on your disability. So keep in mind that, like for anyone watching who don't have a disability, keep in mind that every disability is different. Some are able to do this, some probably won't, but just keep that in mind. It says, I also use more for independent skill acquired through occupational therapy and physical therapy. For instance, she worked on adapting a kitchen set to make her own meals. Like I said, depends on your disability. Like I said, keep that in mind. And then it says, three, scout the school. Yes, very important to scout the school. That's what I did. Like a day before, a few days before, look at the campus where everything was at until, I got used to it over the semester. You learn where everything's at some point. And it says, gather as many details you can before your child accepts a school offer. Ask your social worker to help develop a list of questions about the school environment. Resource. These questions might include what accommodation to classroom have, what essentials available for daily activities, and attending class. What is the layout of the dorm room? If the school has a large campus, they can grant additional time to travel between classes. The more information you have, the more prepared you feel. Suggest Mary. You also need to ask about the student health center capacity, including emergency care facility policy, available medical equipment, and what information they may not need. Might need on file by a student special medical needs. And then it's four, know the area of your child will be living on campus. Make sure you're familiar with the emergency medical service urgent care option in the area. In addition, look for the state office of well, vocational rehabilitation. These agencies generally provide support for education, could be an extra resource supplement what the college provides. And this is five, medical appointment ahead of time before the first day of class. Schedule your child upcoming healthcare appointment. That may include telehealth appointment and in-person visits during school breaks, such as Catherine Mosher, MD, a psychiatrist, psych, psych, at Arkansas Children's Hospital in Ohio. I don't recommend switching your care team even when a young person attending school in another state. Instead, it's better to have a plan in place where their usual healthcare provider can see them at a regular interviews. Dr. Moshe advised asking your healthcare provider if telehealth is an option if a non-emergent issue comes up well before a scheduled appointment. She notes the young adult could also schedule telehealth visit in advance if it feels like too long between in-person appointments. Knowing they will continue to see their regular care team if they're living away from home, maybe reassuring for student Dr. Moisher notes it's also a good idea for students with neuromuscular disease to have regular follow-up with their social worker to talk about challenging will adjustment plan for upcoming those difficulties, adds Mary. And also the last part of the article says everybody has a different plan. While these tips are geared toward preparing for higher education, many of them are applicable for any post-school training, whether that means attending vocational problem, simply moving away from home to live independently. Any life transition brings challenge and new emotion. It helps to be prepared with information, resource, and a supporting healthcare team. So there you go for anyone in the neuromuscular community or in the disability community, there are some helpful tips there on how to prepare for college is if that's your plan right after high school and stuff. But like I said, at the end, it doesn't matter if it's for school. It can also, these tips can actually help you if you want to live independently as well. Like I said, so I thought I'd share some of these tips. So maybe this video can help other individuals like myself living with muscular dystrophy or in a neuromuscular disease or in general anyone living with a disability. Hope this video is helpful and stuff. So that's why when I saw this article, I thought it would be another great video for you guys, and also can probably educate a couple of people, on how the struggles people with disability have to go through preparing for college. Not like people with who don't have a disability, they prepare differently, so they can get a glimpse of how people with a disability prepare for college. It's a stressful time for both. Doesn't matter if you have a disability or you don't. Like you see, it's a stressful time for both people. People with no disability and people with disability, but it's like there's a lot of things that are added to someone's plate when you have a disability. So I hope some of you guys learn a little bit about how hard it is to prepare for college as someone with a disability. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Until next time.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride.